When General Motors announced plans to close 250 dealerships across the country in May, dealers were hoping their name wasn't on the list. But now a group of dealers GM wants to cut are fighting to stay with the troubled automaker beyond 2010. Slessor, Pontiac, Buick and Grimsby is one of those dealers taking GM to court. Adam Atkinson spoke to the owner and other local businesses about the case and possible impact today.
My father founded the dealership in 1955 at this original location.
But in May, Robert Slessor found out General Motors was closing his dealership, along with up to 250 others in Canada, but keeping this newer dealership down the road open.
The word Pontiac and the signs meant in their eyes that we may not have the sales volume going forward to support the dealership.
Robert Slessor says even though GM wants to close his dealership, he'd be willing to take down the Pontiac sign if it means staying with the company.
Absolutely. We were prepared to go forward in any way, shape or form with General Motors. We felt that they could represent very well whatever brands were left for us at that time.
12 Canadian dealerships, including Slessor, are suing GM for millions for breach of contract. The group is looking for a court injunction to stop GM from closing their businesses.
Well, if we are not able to extend our contract as per the written agreement, then we're looking for adequate compensation to go out to the dealer that are affected by this decision.
GM hasn't responded to the lawsuit yet, but Slessor is anxious to see what happens. A year and a half ago, the owner of Gemini Ford in Hamilton decided to split from the auto giant.
We've been able to manage it and get along, we think, better than we would have as a Ford dealer because of the variety of product that we're able to offer our clients.
And if it comes down to it, that's something Robert Slessor is willing to do as well.
Now, Robert Slessor says he'd rather stay with GM and work on rebuilding that relationship, but just in case he can't, he has spoken to other automakers like Toyota, Nissan, Hyundai, Kia and Volkswagen to talk about selling their cars instead. Nick?
All right, that's Adam Atkinson live inside Slessor tonight. Thanks, Adam. And a group of 12 Canadian GM dealerships that General Motors wants to disassociate with are fighting to stay with the troubled automaker beyond 2010. Slessor, Pontiac, Buick and Grimsby is one of the dealers suing GM for millions for breach of contract. The group is looking for a court injunction to stop GM from closing their business.